So, if you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, you would know I love to celebrate a milestone. My first face reveal at 1,000 subscribers, a monster Portsmouth rebuild at 50,000 subscribers, but today, it is the ultimate challenge to celebrate 100,000 subscribers. We are taking over the worst team in FIFA 17 career mode. For the first and probably last time, we are headed to the Irish League. We are rebuilding the half-a-star rated Wexford Youths. G'day guys, how's it going? It's JarradHD here. Welcome to the highly requested Wexford Youths rebuild. First of all, I would like to say a quick but heartfelt thank you for 100,000 subscribers. This has been a massive goal of mine for years now, so to finally hit it, it feels surreal. As I said in yesterday's video, whether you subscribed to the squeaky-voiced 15-year-old JarradHD in 2012, or the slightly less squeaky-voiced 20-year-old JarradHD yesterday, I'm thankful regardless. But anyways, get comfy, get a bowl of popcorn, we're in for one hell of a ride. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign, and finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. But fellas, if you do go on to enjoy today's rebuild and you are new around here, don't forget to scorpion kick that subscribe button and also leave a like if you do enjoy the video. So this is our starting 11 for the first season, and hopefully now you realize just how hard this is going to be. Our highest rated players are 58 rated. Our bench is full of 40 rated players, and we only have £700,000 to work with. So we're gonna have to be very smart with our money. My plan is to bring in a new goalkeeper and then spend the rest of the money on a youth academy. I'm gonna put a big emphasis on the youth academy for this rebuild. And we've sold our first player for this rebuild. Aiden Keenan is off the Shamrock Rovers for 80,000. And we've brought in ourselves a brand new goalkeeper, Tom Glover from Tottenham, an Australian goalkeeper, 18 years old, 55 rated, but has decent potential, coming in for £220,000. And we're gonna go straight into it and set up a youth academy, try to get in some players on free transfers. Joel Lee from England is gonna be our new scout, and we're gonna set up a scouting network. Gonna keep it nice and simple. We're gonna be heading to England and setting it up there. We'll go there for 6 months and scout any player. So in regards to selling, I don't really plan on selling any players for the opening few windows. I didn't really check when I sold that striker. I shouldn't have. We have one proper outfield reserve, 3 goalkeepers in the reserves, but I need to fill the squad with young youth talents. That's my plan for the first season or two anyways. It's going to take a long time for us to develop this squad to even contend in Ireland, yet let alone Europe. So we're going to offer a contract here to Aiden Price, one of our youth squad players. Looks pretty damn good. He would be our best player by far if we were able to sign him, so let's offer him a contract. So I think we've stumbled upon an absolute gem here. Brandon Clark, already 62 rated, and he has a potential of 85 to 94. We're going to offer him a contract straight away. I know we brought in Tom Glover to be our keeper for the next few seasons, but you cannot pass up the opportunity when you have such a good player like that. So here we are on the 1st of January. It's just over halfway through the season, and my goal for this season was not to finish last in the league, and at the moment we're looking pretty good for that. We're 10 points clear of last place, Finn Harps. We're in 10th position. Hopefully we have a good second half of the season and can get middle of the table, but that's probably unlikely. Dundalk, St. Pat's and Sligo Rovers are the top 3 at the moment. And as you can see, first place, there's only one Champions League spot, and if you get first, you get to the qualifying rounds of the Champions League, which is going to make it even harder, but even more interesting in my opinion. And then second and third make Europa League. But anyways, I don't plan on making any signings in January. any departures either, but I'll let you guys know if we do. We're gonna offer 16-year-old Brandon Jackson a first team contract. He's 53 rated, so he fits in with the squad already. It's good to see that we're getting all these youth academy players actual game time. And since the scouting report, the scouting network has finished up in England, we're gonna send our next one to Germany, 3 months, and let's go for an attacker. So here we are at the end of the first season. Why did I say the third season? It's the end of the first season, and we've done pretty damn well, finishing in 9th position. We end the season on 36 points, so definitely a lot better than I was expecting in this first season. It helped that we picked up some absolute gems in the youth academy. In the EA Sports Cup, which I'm guessing is like the domestic cup, we made it to the semi-finals, which was pretty impressive. But unfortunately, we lost to Shamrock, and we can't check the Champions League or the Europa League right now because the season, look at this, the season ends on April 30th for the Irish League, so we're going to have to end the season here and get back into it. Great to see that we had a good season. Let's get into season number 2. So I've started up this second season with Wexford, and the same glitch that happened when we were with Leyton Orient, I believe it was, has happened here. We have been given a ludicrous amount of money, more than you could get if you did a financial takeover. So what I'm going to do, I am not going to use it. That ruins the challenge in my opinion. I'm going to designate myself, let's say last year we had about £1 million to work with, so I'm going to give myself, let's say £2 million to work with, and then let's say about 20,000 in the wage budget, and then the rest of it I won't even touch. Hopefully you guys can understand my reasoning for that. It's just stupid. This game can be so broken at times. We're going to offer promotion to another one of our youth players here to start off season 2, Harvey Cox, a 16-year-old centre midfielder. We're going to offer him this contract here. I'm pretty happy with some of the stock we've been able to bring into our side. It's really helping us improve a lot. It's a nice change to have a youth academy kind of set up in these rebuilds. Something that I'm definitely going to focus on a lot in this rebuild. And speaking of a youth academy, we're going to set up another one. The Germany one was only for 3 months. Let's head to South America now. Let's go to Argentina. Let's go there for 6 months and let's find a defensive-minded player. So we're going to sign ourselves a brand new striker to kick off season 2. Our first player signing for season 2, Dan Aggie from Burnley, coming in for £700,000. So we are going to offer 2 of our youth squad players first team contracts. Harvey Bell came to us and wanted a contract, so we will offer it to the 18-year-old. Offer him that and go sporadic first team player. And then we're going to offer this guy here, Hernan Gallardo, Argentinian left back, has great potential. I never realized how overpowered the youth academy could be. It's really changed this rebuild specifically. I swear we're going to make more free agent signings, like more youth squad signings than anything in this rebuild, but we're going to sign another one. We need a new centre back, Octavia Cifuentes from Argentina. Let's make him the newest player from our youth academy to join the first team. I mean, our name is Wexford Youths, so I guess we're living up to our name. So this is unexpected to say the least. On the 1st of January, we're top of the Irish League table. We're on 50 points and we're 8 points clear of St. Pat's. Only 2 losses all season. We've jumped from 10th to 1st. Oh, the power of youth squad signings in a weak sort of league. So if it stays this way, we technically will have a chance to win the challenge in season 3, but somehow I don't think we're going to beat Barcelona with 50 rated players. Anyways, let's get into January, see if any players leave or if any players come in. And we have had a player departure here. Dean George off to Dundalk for £100,000. And our 4th string goalkeeper, Adam Dunbar, off to Galway United for £30,000. So Max Collins came to us and said he wants a first team contract. Not that I think he's going to get any game time at all. We'll still offer him the contract so that we can at least sell him on if he's a flop. And we've signed ourselves a brand new top quality striker, Sean Maguire from Cork City. It said that he wanted to leave the club, so I don't know why his morale is very happy, but we're going to be signing him for £1.1 million. And our former striker, our former captain, Danny Furlong, is headed to the English 4th Division. He's off to Leyton Orient for $200,000. Boys, we choked big time. It came down to the final day. We played St. Pat's on the final game of the season. All we needed was a draw to lift the league title. And as we look across to the calendar, this is what happened. A 2-0 loss. It is still ridiculously better than we expected to be this season. We will be playing Europa League football next season. We'll have to qualify for it, but it wasn't the league title. It's not the Champions League. I'm confident next season with some decent signings, we will crush the league, but we had a shocking second half of the season. In the EA Sports Domestic Cup, we were eliminated in the semi-finals to Dundalk United. Cork City went on to win that. But I managed to stop the calendar, work out when to stop it this year. So we're going to get to have a look at the squad report. As you can see, a lot of injuries have hindered us, and I'm surprised to see Brandon Clark unhappy when he's our starting goalkeeper. Here is the squad report though at the end of the second season. Although it's a big journey, the seasons are going pretty quick, which is nice to see. Instead of them taking about an hour to 2 hours to record per season like normal, these ones are taking about 45 minutes to an hour, which is definitely a lot better for my sanity, but our squad is growing ridiculously. Look at that, Brandon Jackson +7. A lot of our youth talents that we are bringing in are doing quite decently, so I'm going to keep doing that for the meantime until we have enough real money, not 600 million glitched money, but enough real money to actually buy some decent players. So here we are at the end of the second season. We are developing very, very quickly in the Irish League, but we need to develop on a European stage. Season 3, let's get into it and see if we can win the league. So quite frustratingly, the money has come in again. I'm presuming that is somewhat leftovers from last season, but obviously you can tell that I haven't used the financial takeover. It's frustrating, but we're gonna have to set ourselves some boundaries again. It makes it hard because I might go over it slightly without realizing, and you guys might get angry, and it's just a bit frustrating, but at least we're not going to spend it all and ruin the series. We're going to start off the season offering a contract to another youth player. This guy, look at him, look at his potential. Not this guy, 83 to 89 potential, only 48 rated right now, but it's worth the gamble on him. If he doesn't grow, he doesn't grow, but let's give him a shot. We're going to make our first signing for this season. Mustafa Amini, an Australian centre midfielder, formerly of the Central Coast Mariners and Borussia Dortmund, coming in for 1.3 million from Aarhus in the Danish league. And a pretty big pickup here. Our midfield has been reinvented in this transfer window. Ryan Ledson, formerly of Everton, now Oxford United, coming into Wexford Youths for 2.4 million. And Craig McCabe has officially left the club, off to Bohemian FC for 80,000. Probably the final one of our youth players we're going to offer a contract for this rebuild. Patrick Schmidt, 61 rated, going to be coming into the first team. 1 year deal. It's surprising that he only wants that, but we're going to offer him a contract. And I couldn't not help signing this guy, a free agent player that I stumbled upon, Taylor Gardner, an English striker, 65 rated at age 19. This guy looks like an absolute gem. So on the 1st of January, we are in a much better position than we were this time last year. 17 points clear of Shamrock. So I'm fairly confident that we're going to finish top of the league this year. It would take a monumental choke for us to not win the league. And we are into the semi-finals of the EA Sports Cup as well, so we'll look at that at the end of the season, really. But right now we're in January. We're going to see if any transfers happen. I'm not going to be pushing for any because I think I've spent a bit of the mental budget I gave myself. I've spent most of it in that opening window on Ledson and Armini, but we'll get through it and we'll find out. So we have absolutely crushed the Irish League here, concluding Season 3 in top position. 26 wins, 6 draws, 1 loss. We're going to be playing Champions League football next season. Technically, we have a shot of winning it, but is it going to happen? Probably not. We have to qualify for it at first. And we did manage to finally win the EA Sports Cup. We defeated Shamrock 2-0 in the final. Also, for those of you wondering, we were eliminated in the qualifying rounds of the Europa League. We lost 5-1 to Cole. So that's Season 3 done and dusted. Slow and steady progress. I wonder how we're going to go in Season 4 in the Champions League. Let's find out. Kicking off this 4th season here with a big signing for our defense. Reece Oxford coming in from West Ham United for £3.8 million. And another defensive signing from the Premier League. We were in for a few centre-backs around this range, but Dale Fry from Spurs coming in for £4.6 million. So we have a very difficult task. AS Monaco in the Champions League qualifying rounds. It would be a massive upset if we were able to defeat them. I'm kind of surprised that they even have to qualify. Normally in career mode, they're one of the stronger teams, so let's see if we can cause a massive upset. They score in the 4th minute of the first leg. Their side is a little bit weaker than normal. We get equalised. Gardner gets an equalising goal. They aren't rocking their full squad. It's pretty obvious to see. I mean, look at that bench. Gardner gives us the lead. What? Gardner, the regen, is killing it. We're in the lead against Monaco. What? 10 minutes to go. And we have a 2-1 lead heading into the second leg. What? So we're traveling away to Monaco, the second leg here. Can we cause a massive upset and qualify for the group stages at our first time of asking? If we beat Monaco, that is going to be huge. They're still rocking a pretty weak side, which is surprising. You'd think they'd be playing Mbappe and Lamar and Falcao and Silva. They get a goal though. Saint Maximin is one of their better players. So it's 2-2 at the moment. Not sure if away goals count. 2-0 in their favour. We need a goal. Somebody get us a goal, otherwise we're screwed. 20 minutes to go. They make it 3-0. It looks like the upset is not on the cards anymore. We gave them a good run, but we're not going to be going to the group stages this year. So here we are halfway through the season. Well, just over halfway through, but on the 1st of January. And surprisingly, even though our squad is much stronger than it was last season, we're not doing as well as we did in the league. Yes, we're still winning the league, but no, we're not killing it as much as we were last year. Last season, only 1 loss in the entire season. Already 5 losses this season. And since we didn't qualify for the Champions League, we got to compete in the Europa League. Not surprisingly, we finished last in our group, but we managed to get a win, so that's definitely a positive. But anyways, let's get into January and see what business we can achieve. We're going to make our first pre-contract signing for this Wexford Youths rebuild. Nicholas Hauptmann from Dresden in Germany coming to the club. I went to say to the squad and to the club, but to the club next season on a free transfer. So we go back-to-back Irish League champions. We finish up the season in 1st position, 71 points, 3 points ahead of Dundalk. It was a pretty good second half to the season. You can see that we won every single game except for one. So next season we get another shot at competing in the Champions League. My main goal at the moment is just to qualify for the group stages. And we also go back-to-back in the EA Sports Cup once again. We defeat Dundalk in that final. And here's a look at our squad report at the end of this 4th season. Our squad developing quite nicely. A lot of our younger players starting to reach the 75 mark. You would have seen our goalkeeper there that we have scouted since Season 1, that we brought in since the early days, is turning into an absolute world-class player. Hopefully we can manage to keep him in the club for the rest of the rebuild, and we can see if he can crack the 80s by the end of the rebuild. I honestly have no clue how long it's going to take us. We need to start making some world-class signings, but it's going to be a lot more. I don't know, I feel hesitant to spend money because I don't want you guys thinking that I'm spending more than I would have had. because of the transfer glitch, so I'm hoping it ends soon. We are absolutely powering through these seasons. That is season 4, done and dusted. Let's get into season 5 and see if we can finally make the group stages of the Champions League. So we are going to kick off this 5th season with a player signing, a right back signing, David Carmona, or David Carmona I guess if he's Spanish, from Sevilla Atletico in the Spanish 2nd Division, coming in for £8 million. And you may have noticed for the 3rd straight season, this money glitch, I think it's the 4th straight season, the money glitch has happened. So once again, we're just going to have to budget ourselves. And we've signed ourselves a brand new left back on the verge of our Champions League qualifier, Chet Keita from Birmingham City, coming in for £8 million. So it is time for the Champions League qualifiers. Rubin Kazan are our opponents here. Can we do better than we did against Monaco last year and make it through to the group stages? I'm silently confident, but I don't know what this Rubin Kazan side is going to be like. So only player I recognize there is Jonathas. Can we get an early goal on the board? Come on, boys. Somebody step up. They get a goal. That's not how we wanted to start. This is not going to plan. We get an equalizer with Maguire off the bench striker. 20 minutes to go. Can we get a second goal here? Let's just not concede. No, as soon as I say that, they score and they have a 2-1 advantage heading into the second leg. So a pretty big blow on the eve of our Champions League qualifier. Ryan Ledson came to us and said he wanted to leave the club immediately. So he's heading to the Premier League. We've sold him to Middlesbrough for £10 million. So we're going to get into the second leg here. The odds are stacked against us. 2-1 down, and we have lost Ryan Ledson. We do have Mustafa Amini coming back into the starting 11, but we're traveling to Russia to take on Rubin Kazan. Come on, fellas. Let's get through to the group stages. We need an early goal. Somebody step up and get us an early goal here. Amini, why don't you step up and get us the goal? That would be brilliant. Come on, 1 goal. Somebody score. Half an hour to go. It's not looking good at all. 20 minutes to go. Not looking good. They get a goal. Our hopes are over for this season, it looks like. That is really disappointing. I thought for sure we were going to make the group stages in this 5th season, but it's not to be. Let's just try winning the league again. So if you are a JarradHD OG supporter, you would know that I did a Juventus career mode series at the start, well around Christmas time, about 6 months ago, and this man here, Mario Lemina, was one of my favorite players. He was a hero for that series. So we're going to sign him here. He is going to be Ryan Ledson's replacement, and we've spent virtually all our budget on him. He is signing for £20 million. 21 games played in the Irish League season. We are absolutely killing it. 6 points clear of Dundalk, who really seems to be our only big competition in this series. But look, one thing I've noticed, Galway and St. Pat's have virtually swapped positions as the series has gone on. St. Pat's were one of the top teams in the opening seasons. Galway were one of the worst. Now they're the bottom and Galway near the top. Not that it really affects us too much because we are quite clear of both of them. So we're slowly improving in European football as well. Last year we only got 1 win, no draws. This year in the Europa League groups, we get 1 win, 2 draws. So I would say our group this year was probably harder than the one last year as well, although that's quite subjective. But anyways, we won't be getting into the European knockout finals this year. Let's simulate we're in January. Let's do some bloody business if we can. So we weren't able to do any business in January. I was a little bit hesitant to begin with. We had the money, but I didn't want to go over the budget, but it does not matter. We go 3-time Irish League champions. It's pretty obvious to see that we're so much better than the competition right now. We've built our squad pretty damn good. Hopefully next season we can have a 3rd time lucky and make the group stages of the Champions League. But however, we were defeated in the EA Sports Cup final to the Sligo Rovers, so we can't go 3-time champions in that. So that is season 5 concluded. League champions again, not domestic cup champions, and hopefully we can win the Champions League. Hopefully we can qualify for the group stages in season number 6. Alright, so we're going to kick off season number 6 with a big first team signing. Our squad are starting to turn into a decent squad. A lot of 80 rated players joining. Emre Mor, the Turkish right midfielder, signing for 25 million. And I know I'm starting to sound like a bit of a broken record, but we've got the glitch again. We've got ridiculous amounts of money, so we're going to have to budget again. And we're going to use up the final little bit of our budget that I've allocated to myself for Theo Bongonda from Celta Vigo in La Liga. He is coming in for £35 million in this 6th season. So we have sold Tom Glover to Reading for 1.4 million. We know that we were planning on keeping him as our first team keeper at the start, but circumstances changed and he has finally left. So it's now time. Will it be third time lucky? The Champions League qualifiers taking on Copenhagen away. We're traveling to Denmark. Yeah, Denmark. Copenhagen's in Denmark. I just had a little bit of a mind blank. But we're traveling to take them on. Our squad is by far the strongest it's ever been. Can we make the group stages? Please tell me we do. They've got a core from Aston Villa, former Aston Villa beast. Santander up front. Is that Nemanja Matic? I really hope not. Javinho on the bench as well. Hope it's not the normal Javinho. Nothing happening as of yet. Let's see if we can pick up an away goal. That would be brilliant. 20 minutes to go. Come on, fellas. 10 minutes to go. We get a goal, but Oxford gets injured, which is not what we want to see. But we have a 1-0 lead heading into the second leg. Oh, you're kidding me. Oxford is out for 5 months with a broken bloody tibia. 1-0 up here heading into the second leg against Copenhagen. We're back at home. We're back in Ireland. Let's see if we can get a result here. Let's see if we can keep it a 0 or draw. They don't score, we go through. That's the main goal. Clark needs to keep a clean sheet. We get a goal. Gardner, thanks for coming. What a free agent signing he was early on. We're 2-0 up here. As long as we don't choke big time. 2-0, 3-0 in aggregate now. Thank you, Emre Mor. We're looking good. 3-0. We're going to be going to the Champions League group stages, boys. Finally, after the 3rd attempt, we're going to be there. 6th season, we have absolutely murdered them. Emre Mor, take a bow. What a performance. So, we made the Champions League, but our group is ridiculous. Bayern Munich, Lazio, and Feyenoord. If we can get 1 point in these group stages, then we've done pretty well. It's going to be a huge challenge, but what I'm going to do now, I haven't had the opportunity to do it yet in this rebuild, but what we do in the Champions League, we go from the first game and then we simulate through to the last game in December and see how we went. So we're going to simulate the results in 3, 2, 1. We managed to get 2 points, which isn't as bad as I was expecting. I thought we were going to go 0-6, but 2 draws. And I actually looked up the calendar before checking the results. We had the 2 draws against Bayern and Lazio, which is pretty crazy to see. But anyways, I'm just happy with it that we made the Champions League in the first place. We're going to go through now to January and see how all that's going. So here we are on the 1st of January. Top of the league once again. 6 points clear of Dundalk and 10 points clear of Derry City. The biggest thing for me now is to win the league. It's always, you have to win the league in this Irish league, and especially considering the rebuild. If we don't win the league, we don't get a shot the next season. But anyways, let's get into January and see what business we can do in this 6th season. So we have sold Mustafa Amini, the Australian midfielder, to Derby County for £1.1 million. So we are going to make our second pre-contract signing for this rebuild. Eric Dier signed him a little bit recently in a previous rebuild, but he is going to be coming to Wexford Youths next season on a free. And we've sold Brandon Jackson, one of our youth academy products, to Middlesbrough for £5.5 million. Oh, that's frustrating. Dale Fry came to me and said he was homesick. I thought it was going to be one of those situations where you let him be angry for a month or 2, then he comes to you saying, oh, I'm relieved, I'm going to stay. But the board, the bloody Wexford Youths board, have sold Dale Fry to Southampton for a measly £8 million. That is weak. And there it is, another season where we dominate the league. I don't even think it's worth showing the league table that much anymore because we're always on top. And we've got back to winning ways in the EA Sports Cup. We defeat the Shamrock Rovers 3-2 in the final. So here is our squad at the end of this 6th season. We've really put in some good pieces this season. With the arrival of Eric Dier, I think we're going to be a real threat for knockout football, at least in the Champions League next year. Hopefully the money glitch doesn't happen again so that we can get a better estimate of how much, or a real estimate of how much we have to spend, because I feel a little bit iffy spending big dollars, so I don't want to hold back and limit the growth of this squad. We'll have to wait and see. Look at that, Theobi Bongonda, 85 rated. This squad is pretty impressive. So that will conclude the 6th season, making rapid progress. Let's get into season 7 and see if we can make the knockout round. Slow and steady progress. So we're going to kick off this 7th season with Wexford. This is getting up there with the longest rebuilds we've done, but Adam Armstrong, formerly of Newcastle United, now at Manchester United, coming in for 23 million. So it is that time of year once again, the Champions League playoff round. We're taking on Warsaw here from Poland, traveling to Poland to take them on for the first leg. Can we get off to a good start? Our squad is looking extremely strong. I'd be quite disappointed if we don't make the group stages. We score in the 3rd minute. No surprises there to see Bongonda scoring a goal. Can we get a second, a third, a fourth? Can we do what we did last season in the qualifiers against Copenhagen? Price makes it 2-0 off the bench. Good to see half an hour going. Can we get more away goals? Can we get a 3rd away goal? 10 minutes to go. Can we get a 3rd away goal? Come on, fellas. No, we cannot. 2-0 heading into the 2nd leg. The 2nd leg here, back at home, back in Ireland, looking to get to the group stages for a 2nd year running. We have made it last year. We have got a 2-0 lead. Can we get a goal to extend it early on? That would be brilliant. Come on, fellas. Let's just not concede an away goal. I don't know if they have anybody capable of scoring against our defense. Clark now at an 83 rating. Dier at an 85 rating, but we're not scoring goals. Our defense is doing their job. Half an hour to go. Holosko on for them. I wonder if that's Holosko from Sydney FC. I don't know. But 10 minutes to go. It looks like we're pretty safe. No goals, a 0-0 draw. We qualify for the group stages. So here I am thinking we're going to be a shoo-in for a spot in the knockout rounds. Our group, not the kindest. Barcelona, Sporting Lisbon, and Zenit. I think we're going to be hard pushed to beat Barcelona. Hopefully we can come out strong against Sporting and Zenit and make the knockout rounds. But as we did last year, we're going to simulate now. So I'll talk to you in 3, 2, 1. We qualify. An extremely tight group, but I'm pretty surprised to see that we only had 1 loss. Zenit finished dead last, and then we finish 1 point ahead of Sporting in 2nd position. And I'm pretty surprised to see Barcelona had the same amount of wins as us and only finished a point higher. So that gives me a bit of confidence heading into the last 16. So just over halfway at the start of January, no surprise to see us in 1st. And in the Champions League round of 16, as you can see in the bottom left corner, we're going to be taking on Chelsea. But anyways, let's get into January now and see what we can do. Nicholas Holtman was homesick, and surprisingly, he went back to a club that's in his home nation. He's back to Germany, Bayer Leverkusen for 19 million. So a career mode defining, a rebuild changing signing, that's the word I was trying to get out. Kelechi Iheanacho, a career mode beast. 88 rated, coming into Wexford on a free transfer next season. And we have replaced our midfielder, the German midfielder, and we've brought in someone from the German league, Wallace, centre defensive midfielder, absolute gun the Brazilian is, coming for 20 million. So it's time for the first knockout game in our Champions League career. We're in season number 7 and we are taking on Antonio Conte's man. We are taking on Chelsea at home. Now we're a little bit weaker. Bongonda is out for this first leg, but Hopefully we can still put in quite a big shift here. Get a few goals on the board if we're lucky. Not concede them if we're luckier. Half an hour and 40 minutes in, nothing happening yet. Half time, second half. Are we going to get a goal? They bring Abraham on and Marino gets them a goal. No idea who that is, but he gives Chelsea the away goal, which is not what we want. Can we get a late goal? No, we can't. 1-0 deficit heading into the second leg. So we're travelling to Stamford Bridge here for the second leg away against Chelsea. Will we be eliminated in the round of 16 or can we push on to the quarterfinals here? We are needing a goal desperately. We need to just bang in the goals. Can we get a good start off? We left it late. Well, Chelsea left it late. Last matchup. Wallace getting a yellow card. That is not what we were after. Gardner misses a penalty. No, our free agent player. No, then they score, but Bongonda back into the starting 11 gets us a goal and gets us a sniff. So if we can get a goal here, we will go through. Right now they're going through, but can we get a goal? 5 minutes to go, please. No. Gardner's missed penalty screws us up. And we are eliminated in Season 7 in the round of 16. So here we are at the end of the 7th season. We finished top again. So Season 8, I think, with the inclusion of Iheanacho and maybe 1 or 2 more signings, we will have our best shot yet at lifting the Champions League trophy. And unsurprisingly, we defeat Sligo in the final of the EA Sports Cup. Another title. So that is going to conclude season number 7. Let's get into the 8th season and defeat everybody and hopefully, fingers crossed, lift the Champions League crown. So we are going to begin this 8th season with a huge signing. As American sports fans like to say, we are bringing in a championship winning piece. We are signing Rugani from Juventus, probably my favorite player in all of FIFA 17. He is such a solid defender. He is coming in from Juventus for 45 million. So we're going to bring in another midfielder here. Rafael Guerrero, the Mexican central midfielder, is joining the club for £28 million. And we're going to sell one of our youth academy products, Patrick Schmidt off the Freiburg, for 2.7. So it is now time for the Champions League qualifiers, taking on Bursaspor, the Turkish side. Apologies if I pronounced it wrong. Bursaspor versus Wexford. The first leg is away. We are travelling to Turkey, obviously. Can we get a big result? Rocking a full strength side, of course. Can we get a goal? Come on, somebody pick us up an away goal. Iheanacho, I'm looking at you, mate. Lamina gets us the goal. Mr. Reliable Lamina. No, they get an equaliser. Del Valle, whatever your name is, gets them an equaliser. We still have an away goal, but with 10 minutes to go, we need a second one to make things a bit more comfortable, and surprisingly, it's only 1-1. So we need a big performance in the second leg against Bursaspor. Can we get through to the group stages? It would be a huge upset if we didn't. We have an away goal. It's 1-1 heading into it. Let's get on the scoreboard early. We do just that. Bongonda getting us a goal in the 7th minute. Can we get another one? No, Iheanacho's injured, but he's staying on for the moment. Hopefully it's not a long-term injury. Can we get a second goal? If we get another goal here, that will virtually clear things up for us. 20 minutes to go now. Come on. 15 to go. Come on. 10 to go. Don't let them get a late goal. Surely. There it is. We're heading through to the knockout rounds. No, not the knockout rounds. The group stages of the Champions League. So this is our 3rd attempt in the group stages of the Champions League. Can we get out of our group again? We're going to have to find out. But our group is us, Juventus, Genk, and Basel. So I'm quietly confident that we can get out of the group. But still, Juventus are going to definitely be our biggest competition. So let's simulate to December. Let's get into it now. Top of our group is where we finish. That is a massive performance. Only 1 loss. Definitely a huge improvement to last year. So it is us and Juventus going through. And as we switch to the table view, look at the bottom right corner. We are going to be taking on Bayer Leverkusen in the round of 16. So here we are on the 1st of January. We're crushing it once again. No point even looking at the league. We're killing it all the time. 18 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. So I'm pretty sad to see this on my screen right now. Brandon Clark, our amazing, now 86 rated youth academy product, has left the club claiming that he was homesick. He's gone back to England. He has gone to Manchester City for 52 million. Now I'm disappointed because I wanted Brandon Clark to be a bit of a hero for this rebuild. I wanted to have a player in our starting 11 go from the youth academy that we scouted ourselves all the way to the Champions League final, and Brandon Clark has left the club when we were only a season or 2 away from that goal. But now we're going to splash the cash and hopefully bring in a better replacement. And we've gotten his replacement pretty damn quickly. Jack Butland, someone I've been wanting to sign in the rebuilding series for a while, signing for a decent price, £50 million. Welcome to Wexford, Jack Butland. So it is time for the Champions League round of 16. This is where we got last season. We got eliminated against Chelsea in the last 16. Can we get past this point? Can we go the whole way? We have a full strength squad besides the fact that Emre Moore is out for 8 weeks with a broken collarbone, so we need Price to step up in his absence. Can we bang in some away goals? As my computer goes crazy in the background, apologies for that, but can we get an away goal into the second half? Come on. Half an hour to go. Rugani gets us a goal with half an hour to go. 20 minutes to go. Can we get a second one? Let's not concede. I hope I didn't. I always do that. I always jinx us when I say let's not concede. They always seem to score, but I'll take it. A 1-1 scoreline heading into the second leg. It is time for the second leg in the Champions League round of 16. We are at home here. Leverkusen travelling to Ireland to take us on. Theo Bongonda is out for this game. He's out for the next 5 weeks, so he might miss the quarterfinals if we manage to get that far. But we do have Guerrero playing left mid, Wallace in the midfield. Can we hold on? Right now, if it stays at 0-0, we go through because we have an away goal. We cannot allow them to score. Hopefully I didn't just jinx us like in the first leg. Come on, 40 minutes to go. Can we get on the board? Half an hour to go. Gardner gets us on the board. Now, let's just not concede. Let's not jinx ourselves. 10 minutes to go. If it stays this way, we go through. There it is. Gardner's goal gets us through to the Champions League quarterfinals for the first time in this rebuild. So we've gotten past one difficult challenge in Leverkusen, but our most difficult challenge yet is Juventus in the Champions League quarterfinals here. Can we get past them? I have no clue. And because the calendar is a little bit weird for the Irish League, we have to look at the end of the season right now. And we finished top in the Irish League again. No surprise about that. 22 points clear of Shamrock Rovers. And we won the EA Sports Cup once again. So it is time to get into the first leg here. Travelling away to Turin. Travelling to the Juventus Stadium to take them on. Massimiliano Allegri's men. Can we get a good start against them? We need to score in this first leg. It is going to be so important for us if we have some away goals to back us up. And we do have our full strength squad heading into this one. And they get a goal in the 15th minute. That is not the start we were after. But Emre Moore and Bongonda are back into this game. Hopefully they can make an impact. Halfway through. Come on, somebody get a bloody goal for us. Half an hour to go. Somebody step up. Wallace, you've just come on. Step up. Oxford, step up for us. 10 minutes to go. Price gets us an equaliser. That's what we want to see. So it's the exact same situation heading into the second leg against Juventus that it was against Leverkusen. So it's now time to get into the second leg here. We need to hold Juventus to a clean sheet. Easier said than done. And we do not have Mario Lemina for this second leg. He is out through suspension. I was going to say injured, but he's out through suspension against his former club. They have Stefan de Vrij, which I didn't realise, and Jimenez, but we have Rugani. Hopefully, we can keep him to a clean sheet. Come on, big performance. Damn it! Okay, we get an equaliser. Iheanacho gets it, but at the moment, if it stays this way, we head to extra time. We need to score a goal. Come on, no more goals for them. Oh, I'm going to jinx myself, aren't I? Are we headed to extra time? Yes, we are. Gardner gets us in the lead. Let's hold on. 20 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go now. Hold on. Please hold on. Hold on. Yes! Gardiner gets us through again. We're through to the semi-finals. What a monster result. It is one European giant after the other. PSG in the Champions League semi-finals. The other semi-final is Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal. So, if we do manage to get past PSG here, we'll be taking on one of those teams. Low-key hoping it's Arsenal because we haven't faced them yet in the series to my memory. But we have to focus on PSG. So it is time for the Champions League semi-finals, the first leg at home in Ireland. We need a strong start here. We need to make sure we keep a clean sheet because we've changed the scenario. No longer are we the away team. We need to keep a clean sheet. We're back to full strength. They've got a pretty impressive squad. Mauro Icardi up front. What's the bench? Yuri Tielemans on the bench. Milik on the bench. Varane gets them a freaking away goal. That is not the start we're after. We equalised though with Bongonda. Can we reclaim the lead or get the lead in the first place? Half an hour to go. It is 1-1. We're used to being in this situation, the away team with a 1-1 scoreline. 10 minutes to go. Can we get a second goal? No, we can't. 1-1 heading into the second leg. So that is the end of this 8th season. We're going to jump into season number 9 now in the midst of a Champions League battle. So we're traveling away to Paris for the second leg here. 1-1 heading into it. A brand new season. Hopefully we can qualify for the final at our 5th attempt, our 6th attempt. So I think we deserve to be in the final by now. We are missing Emre Moore, so what I've done, I've put Bongonda in the right mid spot. We get an away goal! Yes, so, okay, Hesse equalizes. That's not good, but right now, PSG will have to win by 2 to go through if we score another goal. I think they miss a penalty on halftime, but Emre Moore's out for this one. Wallace came in the midfield. We might be headed to extra time. Gardiner gets a penalty. 20 minutes to go. Let's hold on. They equalise, but we're going through on away goals rule. Holy crap. That second leg looks like it would have been absolutely ridiculous. But after the 9th season, we're through to the Champions League final. So, in 2024, the Champions League final is going to be Arsenal versus Wexford Youths. Can we defeat Arsene Wenger's men? It is going to be one insane game. But before we get into that final, let's have a look at our squad report. You guys know that I always like to show you the squad report before the Champions League final, and I think a lot of the players don't have growth being shown because it is a new season, so it kind of discounts. Like, look at that, we've got 24 rated player only going up in 3 different areas plus 1. I think a lot of that would be because we started up a new season. We do have an aging squad, however, so this is probably our best opportunity to win it, our 6th attempt or something like that at trying to go for the Champions League title. Our squad is absolutely insane. Hopefully we get it. Would have been nice if we still had our keeper, original youth keeper there, but let's get into the Champions League final against Arsenal and bring the Champions League title to Wexford. Only come out journey we have been on to date. Can we lift the Champions League title with the worst team in FIFA 17? Let's find out. Will Hughes, they have Will Hughes from Derby. Can't let him shoot, he goes through. Correa, good save from Jack Butland. They've still got it and we tackle them. Offside though. Oh, good stuff from Lamina. Great tackle. Here we go. Can we get something going? Guerrero over the top. Kelechi Iheanacho. Great touch. Finish it. Iheanacho gives us the lead in the 13th minute. That is what Arsene Wenger deserves for playing Will Hughes as left back. We absolutely exploit them. Great stuff from the 88 rated Iheanacho. That was a great ball, a great touch, blistering pace, and a world-class finish. We have the lead 13 minutes into it. That's a good ball. They're looking to equalise. Good defence, but it falls to them. They've got numbers. They should have gone short. They're passing it, and they've stuffed that one up there, Arsenal. We're looking to get a second goal here. Holding it up, Guerrero. Going to Keita, our left back, to Teddy Gardner. Teddy Gardner. Out. Emre Moore. I see you. No, Emre Moore. Hit it. Emre Moore. They're on the attack here. Correa. Going through to Bellerin. Tries to chip it. Not quite sure what that finish was. Good stuff. Here we go. It's Emre Moore trying to get past Will Hughes. I told you it's a bad decision for them to play Will Hughes at left back. Can we cross it in? Back post. It's going to go here to Bongonda. He's going to hit that one. Lamina. Hit it. Lamina. Oh, what a save, Szczesny. Keep it in. Lamina. Going here. Gardner. Back. It falls. Iheanacho. Finish it. Oh, the touch just goes wide. Here we go. Rafael Guerrero. He's going to pass that one. Emre Moore. Playing that one through to our right back, Carmona. Alex Iwobi chasing. We're going to put that one in there. Get your head to it, Gardner. He misses. Teddy Gardner misses an almost open header. Not open, but, oh, I could say open, actually. That is, oh, no. Win that header. We get there anyway. Gardner going. Oh, I should have played it to Iheanacho. I didn't realise that Bruno Martins Indy was on the ground injured. Bongonda. Finesse. Finesse at Bongonda. That was weak. They're trying to play. That's a great ball over the top. They're going to get there. Angel Correa, in the final closing minutes, they need a goal. Terrible pass. Why would you go for a behind-the-back pass when you're trailing by 1 in the Champions League final? Now can we make them pay for that? Emre Moore running, trying to get past the formerly injured Bruno Martins Indy. He's going to put that one in there. Gardner brings it down. Teddy Gardner blocked by Bellerin. Let's hold on. Can we get Wexford a Champions League title? They've put all the numbers through, but the referee blows the full-time whistle. The Wexford Youths are Champions League winners, half a star in Season 1, and after 9 seasons, we have done it. What a journey this has been. I have been recording this all day, and I feel like my eyes are going to pop out the back of my head. But if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. Hit that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. Thank you once again for 100,000 subscribers. But most importantly, fellas, I'll let you enjoy the title celebrations, and I hope you have a fantastic day. It's been JarradHD here. I'm out. Peace.